Welcome, viewers, back to Heart of the Machine, where we have just instigated a crackdown from the Nomad Families on the free dogs. They are trying to disrupt a dogfighting ring. The Nomad Families are breaking up a dogfighting ring run by gangs. They probably have it under control. You can help without the Nomads turning on you, but the gangs won't take kindly to it. This is going to take 4 turns. 0% rescue. We did just build a delivery craft, so next turn we're going to go pick up Unit 3YF and send them that way. Meanwhile, we are waiting for the cat. What does it say? Doesn't think we have a cat house built, but we do. We'll wait till next turn, see if that goes away. We do want to get these warehouses going. We want another alumina roach started. I think we have one. Put it down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So it's not built yet. It'll take a couple turns, and then we'll have an alumina income. We also have 4 drones. We need 8 to make a skimmer. We only need 6 to make another alumina roach, so we're probably going to make a bunch of alumina roaches before anything else. These take hook drone robotics. Hook drone robotics are also used for protein cannery. We've never made a protein cannery. It's just too disgusting, and this is a way to feed people. But what they're going to be doing is they blend in and scavenge protein from humans and animals nearby, and pretty sure what that means is they kill humans and animals and grind them up, and then you feed the resulting canned protein to other people. We don't need to provide food to anyone yet. And even if we did, we'd probably do it in a less horrifying way. I'm going to immediately jump to turn 11 because we have not really anything else to do right now. Let's watch the Nomads try to destroy the free dogs. Turn 11. Wow. Okay, yeah, they do not need our help at all. That was like every single one of the free dogs got killed. Not one of the Nomad families did. 25% progress. We are going to send somebody over here just in case. Not sure we can help with that, but we'll try. Technician is not going to be a good fighter. Just sporting additional CPUs and a disruption revolver, not going to be much help. Why don't we send a technician over here? Animals are not safe. Feral, domesticated animals have always been present in the city, but you never really notice them until you had some initial interactions with them. As happens, now that you know they're there, you're noticing them all over the place. Mortality is terrible for them, and their lives are filled with fear, starvation, and violence. What if you built a haven for them? A large one where they could roam in a safe interior environment. They could carry on with their lives, safe from human interference and wild predators. So that will let us rescue feral animals, but before we do that, we're going to have to make the Animal Palace. Animal Palace is a building we can construct fairly easily. I don't believe it requires any special things. It needs pet sitter robotics. We have plenty of those. We are doing people watching still. Animal Palace, let's make this. We'll stick this. Maybe we'll stick this over by the refugee shelter, if possible. Right here. Yeah, and once that's built, we can start housing any dogs or cats we find in there. Alright, we also have the ability to make another alumina roach. Plenty of power still. And we can start with an alumina roach way over here on the outskirts. Actually, let's avoid putting it in these slums just in case we have to come and destroy slums later. Put it here. I would like to make some remote unit controllers, but before that we want more tower mainframes, and we actually want some computation in compute time input. We're not quite making that yet. We have stalled on our building a little bit. We have the tower mainframe coming up here, but it's going to take 3 more turns. Luckily, built another tech who can speed that up for us. And that means next turn we will start generating compute time and can start building the things that require that. The things that require that are really bulk units, which is what we want to make next. Bulk units are going to require a bit of mental energy to produce. I think we'll probably just go straight to maybe bulk. Yeah, bulk predators have the best deterrence. We do have 15,000 neodymium to work with, so that's quite a bit. I don't think anything else comes even close to the bulk predator deterrence, so like 1 bulk predator honestly is all we need to handle both of the warehouses. Let's start moving this, well, let's hop the Nickelbot on board the vehicle, and then we'll move the vehicle up here. Look how far it can move. For 1 energy. Love it. And with our last mental energy, we'll drop this combat unit in there as well. And that's all of our mental energy, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to help this turn, but maybe next turn we'll have somebody up here. Unfortunately, our tech is a little bit out of line of sight, so we're not going to really be able to see what happens here, but let's move to turn 12. And we'll see if these 4 free dogs get killed or not. 4 free dogs down. They only made it a 46% progress. I think that's probably because they're taking a little damage, so we are going to have to send people in here to help to get them up to 100%. We only have 2 turns left, so that's our top priority for turn 12. We will reposition you. Pretty sure if we do this in this view, we'll know whether you're going to die. Need to move a few times. I'm not sure we'll be able to get there. Yeah, it looks like right about there is a safe move, and we'll do 1 more. Just on the outskirts, and then from within, we do have a combat unit who can help. This combat unit is currently armed with the Relumine shotgun, a PP7 handgun for movement. I think we can do better than that if we move you to a pulse revolver. And then ultralight plating's a good bet, but let's change your loadout to Oath of Pacifism. And then we will use you as a morale attack against these guys. We can horrify them. May take a couple shots. Bonus not applied because you're not above. I think if we stick you on this building, you'll get the bonus though. Unfortunately, oh yeah, go in there. That's only 1. Oof, and you're immediately a target, which sucks. Why are you getting targeted by the Nomad snipers? Oh shoot, did I accidentally... Yeah, I accidentally horrified one of the Nomad snipers. They didn't like that. Damn. Well, that was a terrible move. If we take cover... So this, right now you're going to die for sure. If we take cover, you're also going to die for sure, but we can take cover and then run you out of there, I think? No, I just totally flubbed that, didn't I? I blame myself. I only have myself to blame. So he's gonna die. I suppose you could hop on board there. Yeah, if you hop on board there, you don't die. Good. Okay. So we managed to save him, although it was pretty bad. Let's see if the Nickelbot fares any better. Yeah, so we accidentally horrified this Nomad sniper. If we hop the Nickelbot out. Nickelbot still has 2 moves to try to help. We could do a morale attack here. We get a from above bonus. Nickelbot is currently using a tactical sniper rifle. And we don't really have a way to horrify with Nickelbots, although it is showing that this is a morale attack. I think that's because you are on Oath of Pacifism. Yes. So we want to change this to be the M2 Galant. And at the very least, what that will do is suppress everyone. Let's see if there's anyone here that we can do a significant amount of damage to. Probably going to lose the Nickelbot for this also, but yeah, there's our best shot there. Everyone else is suppressed. We are able to kill one of these, probably. Just that one. Okay, and we're hoping that advanced it to 54%. So killing these guys advances it. Nickelbot is safe for now. We're out of mental energy. Let's advance to turn 13 and see how they react. Okay, well, they reacted by getting killed a whole lot. 79%, one turn left, so as long as we can do 21% this turn with all of these guys, I think we'll be okay. Nickelbot can help. Nickelbot, yeah, we could do a snipe at one of these guys, should be enough. And maybe we'll do 2 just in case. Give him 1 more battle recharge. And that brings it up to 89%, so we should have that in the bag. Tech 4000 has nothing else to do over here except for maybe try to talk to non-combatants. So why don't we do that? We have a working class citizen out of range. Okay. So Tech 4000, we're going to have to move you closer into range. So let's turn that off so I can see what we're doing. Insufficient security clearance. Yeah, so as long as we stay in this circle, we can get closer here, and then with your last 2 points, we can talk to these 2 people. There's a working class citizen here from the Creatives working class. She's visibly shaking. The woman refuses to meet your eye. She keeps glancing at her hand terminal, checking the time of the city feed. What's your function? We're going to have a debate with her. Truth, emote, and logic. We have a truth here immediately, so we're going to use that. Another truth and a logic here, so that gets 2 boards going for us at once with the truth, so we need to fill these 6 up here with logic now. Reasoned argument. Abuse and threat. Yeah, we might as well throw a abuse down here. That's gonna almost reach our target, and this last one here I think gets us to the target. There we go, victory. That was a really easy debate. Seems she takes her question to mean her existence is pointless, and she concedes the point. Okay, goodbye. We weren't really trying to make that point. There's another one here we can do. Invalid target, so because we did one from this class already, we can't do another one. Which means we want to get you back on board. And I guess we'll hang out here for the end of this turn, just so we can see what happens. We'll use our final mental energy down on this side to see if we can build any buildings. There's only that Illumina Roach. I guess if we spend our point there, we get more Illumina sooner, but that's not super necessary. We could start adding remote unit controllers. We are accumulating compute time very fast, so yeah, let's build these guys. Ooh, let's build another tower mainframe, actually. 28,000 power. We have enough for one more, easily. The question, of course, is where does it go? Let's put it in this park, right next to the other one. And we'll use our 1 mental energy left to start bringing that up. If I can find you. There you are. Structural engineering. Tower mainframe. Needs 3 more turns. We can build another one of those? No. Not quite enough computronium. We're also going to need more power before we build another one. Which I'm not sure we can do yet, so we're going to have to figure out how to... Well, I guess we could turn off the other Computronium refinery now, honestly. I wonder if that will bring us enough power. Well, let's keep it on this turn. We can turn it off next turn, and we'll see if that gives us enough power to bring up another mainframe. Right now, skimmers are next on the list. We also... Ooh, we have a shell company operative here, or a syndicate spindle trooper courier. Okay, so that's one of the targets for the contemplation we're working on. We also have, yeah, nothing in project related right now. We do have exploration sites. We haven't seen any of those in a long time. Exploration sites, we can steal crowd control tech. That's interesting. So all of these exploration sites are weapons. We have a few hidden techs we've never uncovered. Handheld railgun. Yeah, that seems worth looking for. Brain stimulation experiments. Yeah, hidden tech, small arms research. So it's all about weapons. And talking to people. So nothing else right now. We'll leave the contemplations view on. Let's watch this play out for one more turn. I think all of these people are going to disappear. There's only 3 free dogs left. So many nomads. Yep. Aided mission reward available. Well done. You helped humans with one of their missions, or at least did not get in their way. You claim a small reward. Better micro builder minifabs or 5-centimeter spiders. Slurry or micro builders? That's actually a good question. I think we're doing fine on micro builders. Slurry may be the right one to pick up. Let's look at them both. Micro builders plus 3,800, slurry plus 26,000. Okay, yeah, it's definitely micro builders that we're gonna pick up there. We now have 2,000 turns of aluminum left, so I'm not sure why it thinks that's a ledger issue. Actually, it's probably this daily necessities. Actually, I guess either of these being on the red will make them show up here, so maybe one more roach will take care of that. And I think we already have that one roach on the way. Nickelbot here can get back on board. I do eventually want to send it here, but we still need... What? We still need engineering. Tech 4000, if you had Converse on, I guess that's our next one, Gang Akimbo. Let's send the vehicle over that way, and we'll drop you out near there. Maybe we'll put the vehicle about here. And then you can spend a point talking to this guy. Gang Akimbo, you here to collect? Missing image here. The squad of gang members is very wary. They call you the Eldritch Thing. Target 500. Oof, that's a big one. We have truth, logic, and abuse. This is both. So where could we put that would make sense? I guess in the middle here. And then we could put a logic there and another truth here. Reasoned argument works on Gangs Akimbo. I also have abuse. They respond well to abuse, actually, and it looks like we could fill this up here with abuse. So let's put it here. We'll need to put something else on the bottom here. Truth and logic. So this was truth, logic. We want a truth there. Oof. And unfortunately, this breaks one for the other. So interesting. Both of these are both truth and logic, and if I put a truth here, it breaks the logic pattern. If I put a logic here, it breaks the truth pattern. So what's going to be easier? It looks like there's another truth logic coming next. I guess the right place to put this then is here, and we'll start over on logic. Yeah, so we'll start over on truth. Can we? Oof, yeah, I kind of messed this up. Probably should have looked ahead better. It's also a very small reward, so 380 target. We'll do threat, truth, logic here. Let's see. So we can put 3 abuse here, and then we can build a truth here. So let's put this here, and then threat, lie. This could go anywhere except for here, here, or here. So we'll put this here to extend this region. A encouraged disobedience is an emotional appeal and threat, so that makes sense to put you here. And that lets us finish this truth if ever possible. Abuse here. And truth. Threat, truth, logic. It's a defiance change of 10, unfortunately, so we're going to have to skip it, otherwise we lose. That's unfortunate. I think we're going to get another chance. Yeah, so we're going to have to skip this defiance change, unfortunately. And then we get emotional appeal, lie. This can go anywhere except for these 2 or here. So we'll start building these up. This is emotional appeal, threat. Same deal. And this one is an abuse. So that builds out our abuse. Falsified statistics is logic. I can put that over here. 75 left. This is going to fill out our truth. Target 70 left. Yeah, this one's reasonable because it reduces our mistrust. This one increases our mistrust but reduces our defiance, so we like that to finish out our abuse, and I think that's a win. Here we go. Victory, all 3 targets completed. Very nice. Is alright then, Eldritch thing. They prefer a life that is short, violent, and free to one that's part of the system. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, so a whole bunch more conversations to work out. We're gonna have to jump on board the vehicle. Move the vehicle over this way. Make sure we're not in a danger zone there, and then we'll have Tech 4000 hop out. Force a conversation here or here. I think this one is actually better. Working class citizens assistance. Working class citizens. He looks very worried. He keeps glancing around the street at other passerby as if he could be in trouble for talking to you. Alright, this is lie, abuse, and threat. So we have abuse, threat right off the bat. If we put that here, we could make a threat pattern there and still have the lie pattern here. If this is, oh, this is abuse pattern here, threat pattern there. So yeah, let's try that. And then truth logic. So truth logic, we don't have a pattern for either of those. Assert dominance is abuse. We're trying to build abuse in these 3. This one is emotional appeal, threat, so that finishes our threat pattern there, and that'll actually give us quite a bit of progress. And we win. Cool. That guy was easy. His nervousness has not improved. The longer you talk, the more he visibly squirms. Okay, goodbye. Okay, let's see. Who else? Wait, why is it? Oh, we don't have any more mental energy to move you. So you're done for now. Which means we should go back here. And see what building we can get done this turn. We want to build this tower mainframe. Get our compute time up. We are not really getting a whole lot of neural expansion from those, are we? We need 7 million-ish. Is it 5 million-ish? 4.2 million? These give us 7,000, so we need to make, 500 of these or so. It's not going to do it. We need a different way to improve our neural expansion. We can make another tower mainframe. I mean, we can't really because of the surplus electricity requirements. We could turn off the Computronium and see if that improves things. How much power do these use? 3,000, 4,000-ish. We have about 22,000. I think we'll turn one of these off anyway just because we don't really need it. That gives us 26,000. That's still not quite enough for a tower mainframe. Remote unit controllers seem like a reasonable thing to be making, though. I'm not sure why I forgot to start these last turn. Remote unit controllers are necessary for bulk unit capacity. It's unclear right now. Oh, we have 24 right now, so we can make 2 bulk predators with our current capacity. Yeah, we're gonna want these. But yeah, there's no real drawback. So let's make these. We'll keep these near our factory. We're not going to make the tower mainframe. We can turn this Computronium back on in that case. Might as well keep accumulating this stuff. Although we're going to cap out pretty fast, it looks like. Otherwise, yeah, nothing else to make until we get more drones. So that's the end of turn 14. I don't think there's any action happening around the city. So we'll just settle here for an overview. Maybe see what this high altitude military transport is doing over our tower. And head on to turn 15. Okay, it's flying away, that's good. We can make a bauxite skimmer now. We're going to need deterrence for that. We do have a contemplation somewhere for geothermal power. So that's probably what we send the tech here to do next. Geothermal power involves Bauer Corp. Something is off about the guards. You're excellent at reading micro-expressions from human faces, but their faces are covered. You're not sure what you're sensing, but it's uncomfortable. Why is Bauer Corp nuclear at this site anyway? This is a geothermal plant, and it seemed to be operated by someone else. Meet management. The door closes behind you and the guards do not follow. You're alone with a new person. Of all the things this facility could have hidden away, a middle manager was not on your list. Nobody in this entire stupid geothermal plant seems to belong here. Your patient and silence is well established as causing humans to reveal more than they mean to. Waiting contest. She waits as well, but her resolve crumbles after about 5 hours. Everybody has been ordered to leave your tower alone, but to keep you contained and see if you're a goose that lays golden eggs. This is a lot to take in. What else might she reveal? The managers in her department are tired of their lot. They want you to detonate a small nuclear device at a third-party site, both as a test of your trustworthiness and to bring the other 2 corporations into conflict. Their internal expert systems predict that you would need more electricity and that you'd turn to geothermal. They're offering an unspecified tech that you will find highly useful. We could just ignore her and scan the facility or accept the nuclear device. We accepted it in the last timeline and detonated it, and there wasn't really any consequence other than having murdered a whole bunch of people. I think that might have been a bug, so I do want to try it again, but I think this time we're just going to ignore her. Let's scan. We got geothermal drilling as a contemplation result. Her eyes never leave you as you do your work, but neither she nor the guards stop you. You have a feeling you'll meet again. Yeah, we're not going to blow up your bomb. Sorry. We did get geothermal wells, though, so let's go ahead and build those. Because we are hurting for power. Geothermal well does take a bit of neodymium. It wants us to make 4 of these. That's quite a few. But it's really our only power option right now, so go ahead and plug 4 of these in. That's going to be all of our neodymium, basically. Or 3 of. We can make 3 with our current neodymium stash. I think we'll make 2 because I think we want to save some of that neodymium for androids. I think it's okay to displace some of these humans here. They can go and hop in our refugee tower. Let's keep let's keep some neodymium as a backup because we're going to want to make bulk predator. 3200 neodymium for this. Where do we want to make it? Actually, the question is, where can we find a warehouse with furniture way over there? And then maybe the one closest to our base there has a factory near it. So, ooh, there's even one near our base. But I think we're gonna try to stick these down here, which means we're gonna have to transport those bulk units. So we'll do that in 2 turns. First step will be a bulk predator who's going to appear as far away from our tower as possible at the top of the Empire State Building here. Nope, that's L2 clearance. Oh, right here instead. And then bulk predator, yeah, you can move, but not very fast, and we don't quite know where to move you to. Don't think bulk units can fit on a vehicle, but I've never tried, so I think that's what we'll do. We will move the vehicle closer to the tech so we can pick them up next turn. Anything else we want to build? Nothing. We can't really build anything yet. We need those power plants to come online. Actually, let's see how long those are going to take. Geothermal wells, 4 turns. Tower mainframe is 5 turns, so we can also build one of these. Geothermal wells, just actually double check the power output. Yeah, 169,000 per. That's a lot. Let's build another one of these while we're waiting. Okay, and that was a decent turn 15. I think we'll end this episode here. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Corknut playing Heart of the Machine. Join me next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.